coming to an end here on TMS as tech expert Mike Yawney joins us from Calgary. And Mike, you have put a number of gadgets through their paces to see what works and what's a gimmick.
I certainly have, and welcome to the sleep lab, you guys. My bedroom has become basically a sleep lab for the last couple weeks, putting those gadgets through the paces. And I gotta say, I think maybe I missed my calling. With a last name like Yawney, probably should have been like a sleep technician or a sleep doctor, right? Maybe I missed my calling, who knows?
I would think so. Okay, well, listen, you've been putting in the hard work all week long. We appreciate it. We're going to start with the first gadget that you're calling high-tech, low-tech?
High-tech, low-tech. Okay, so we know we're not supposed to sleep with our smartphones by our bed, right? And there's actually a trend. These are making a comeback, guys, those retro clocks that are just simply an alarm clock. And that's why this next one intrigued me. This is a smart alarm clock by a company called Hatch. It's the Hatch Restore 3, but bare bones, it's an alarm clock. So if you see, there's the time over there, but here's the high-tech twist. You actually can wake up to ambient light, just like the sunrise, with birds chirping instead of waking up to a jarring alarm. And when it's time to go to sleep, it'll actually start, calming you down with a warm amber glow, and it turns into a sound machine with white noise or maybe raindrops or thunder and lightning to kind of help you relax. Even meditation and podcasts, by the way. And I know you have one in studio that's not plugged in, but you can kind of see how it works here. One thing I will mention about this guy, though, is you do have to pay a subscription to open up all of the features. So just something to keep in mind.
Okay. All right. Let's move to wearables next. And that's a huge market, Mike.
It is huge. Apple Watch, we know, can track sleep apnea. We've talked about this on the show before as well. The Aura Smart Rings, they track your sleep. But this guy here is something really unique. And you guys have one in studio as well. And maybe you guys should try it on because it's a headband. But what this does, it actually monitors your brain waves as you sleep. This is from a Canadian company called Muse. And I want to show you how this works. I have some video to show you because once you put it on, it'll show you the different sensors and make sure that there's a connection on all the sensors. And then it kind of goes to a blank screen and it says monitoring for brain activity. And I was kind of wondering if mine's going to flatline because sometimes I question what's going on up there. But lo and behold, you guys, in the morning, all of a sudden, all these stats popped up on my phone. And I've got to tell you, there may be too many stats. Everything from the activity of your brain. Is it active? Is it actually getting relaxation? It tells you about your sleep positions. It showed me that I sleep 52% on my right-hand side. It talks about deep REM. You name it, how still you were. It goes on and on and on. Couple things to point out though for this guy is that it's a little bit expensive. It is a premium technology, so you're looking at about $400, and you do have to charge it every night for it to work. But really cool technology, and love the fact that it's Canadian as well.
Okay, I'm keeping mine on because they are still trying to pick up any sort of brain activity, Mike. We're hopeful by the end of the show. Okay, up next, another gadget that also monitors your sleep, but this one is not a wearable.
Yeah, this is really interesting. This is by a company called Withings out of France, and it's a sleep mat, and there's little air pockets in this mat. So you plug it in, and what's interesting is you don't put it under the sheet, you actually put it underneath your mattress. But those little air pockets are able to measure the activity and even the subtlest movements. And so when you wake up in the morning, it has a whole bevy of data for you to look at. We'll show you some video of the app so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It once again shows you if you're in deep REM, if you're in light REM, how many times you got up, how many times you actually got out of bed. But it goes beyond that. It actually can sense your breathing. Your breathing rate throughout your night, the heart rate, which is pretty incredible when you think it's through a mattress. And then on top of that, sleep REMs and sleep apnea because it has sound sensors in here. A couple things points out, kind of neat because it's super affordable. It also connects with other smart devices in your house. So when you lay down, it can turn off the lights in your room, or when you get up, it can turn up the thermostats. But do want to mention, might not work on all mattresses. If you have wooden slats under your bed, this needs a flat surface. So you might have to put plywood down there. So just something to keep in mind. And it always has to be plugged in. So you need electricity by your bed, a plug-in.
Okay. Finally, a gadget for those who struggle with being too hot or too cold?
Yeah, this one actually surprised me the most. This is a Canadian company, again, out of Vancouver called Perfectly Snug. So this is a mattress topper. I'm just going to peel back the sheet so you can see here. And you can see it has this honeycomb finish. What's unique about that is it actually has small little fans by your feet, and it sends air through it. So I'm going to put the sheet back on, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn it on. Let's give it 1 second here. So takes a couple seconds. It's almost like an air hockey table. And you're going to see that the sheet right away, there you go, starting to puff up. And it blows cool air throughout here on a setting 1 to 10. Not only does it do cool air, it does hot air as well. But guys, this is where it kind of gets really cool and high tech. There are sensors in here that sense your body temperature through the night, so it can adjust automatically if you're hot or you're cold. Dual zone, so if you're sleeping with somebody else, you have your own environment on each side. So my wife is going through perimenopause. She gave me permission to tell you that. Hot flashes are a thing in this house. We used to have fans all over. When we started using this, no more fans. So it does work. It is firmer than normal mattress tops, I'll point out, and a little bit expensive. It starts at a couple of $1,000. But I guess if you suffer from hot flashes, it might be worth it.
All right. That could be a relationship saver right there. I feel like we should have discussed this yesterday with Jessica O'Reilly when it comes to sleep. So, all right, Mike, before we let you go, we got a great giveaway we want to tell everybody about when it comes to these gadgets.
Yeah, you're not going to want to sleep on this because we're giving all of this away. The Perfectly Snug, the Hatch Restore, the Muse headband, the Withing sleep mat, all of it can be yours. Head to our Instagram account. You'll see it at the bottom of your screen. Go there, follow us, leave a comment for your chance to win. It's worth more than $3,000, you guys.
Wow.
Good luck,
And put a price tag on a good night's rest, really. Yes.
Right. It's priceless.
Yes.
Thanks, Mike.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by Sleep Country. Let's stop sleep shaming.